Good morning, everybody. How's everybody doing? Welcome to Cat's Cottage. I'm up early this morning. Just wanted to say hello. And my coffee is in there just brewing away. And I'm waiting on that. So anyhow, and what I've got on the television is one of those walking deals. Walking tours, walking. I think it's some kind of gaming thing, but I don't know what it is. But anyway, it's interesting to watch. As an artist, I like looking at the artwork, and I know that film like that is artwork. And let's see what else I got going on. I got to tilt y'all up. And there's got my green lights on this morning. Y'all excuse me and let me go get me a cup of coffee. I think it just stopped brewing. I'll sit you right there. Okay. Now, oh, my cup matches my shirt. All right. Get you back a little bit. My videos have been. I take my videos, and now it's 3:30. Okay, and my videos the last day or so have been going in 5 hours later. So it's hardly to say good morning, and then it comes in late. And like yesterday afternoon, I did one and it went in at night. And I did it during the day, fixing my television. Anyway, I went to bed and thought about that television. And the reason I keep thinking about it is because I had one of my pictures like that drop off the wall just suddenly downstairs. And when it did, it broke all these antique figures that I had for a long time, busted them all up. And the picture had slowly, I guess through vibration, um, the nails, they were in wood, but it's still, it's just vibrated on off. And so I did a more wire last night to hold it in, and I still don't think I got it. So I think I'm gonna have to pull that all off and try go back to the drawing board. Um, Now, a lot of pictures that I had, and I've given those all away, but I would take that L bracket and hook it with screws into the side of the picture frame and then attach it to the wall. You couldn't take the picture off the wall, unless you undid the screws. So I may go that way, or I don't know, I may put another kind of hook on the back. I don't know. What I did, I had hammered a nail in the wood trim, dropped some wire down, and wired it around the nail to hold the nail up. And I was thinking last night when I was trying to sleep, I thought, well, why didn't I wire up the picture? I wired the nail up, which the nail could work itself out. My walls are old. This sheetrock is put in '64, so it's old, and it doesn't hold up things very well in it. But anyway, that's what I got going on. I don't know. I might straighten that out today so I can at least sleep. Well, I made some good coffee this morning. Let me get some of my local 750 local honey. From my flowers. I used to have honeybees. I'd leave a patch in my grass in the back for, I'd let that white clover grow in. And it was a patch of that, and I wouldn't let my husband cut it. And bees would come in, they just covered it, you know. And I don't see them anymore. I think this past summer I saw one bee in my backyard. One bee. Now, you know, honeybee. Um, that's not a good sign. To me, anyway. Here, I'm talking about picture frames and bees. You don't care about either one of those. But I really like this little thing that I got at the thrift store. This is just kind of cool. This little thing. I've got 2 avocados in it. I need to eat more vegetables. I really do. I'm gonna put my vegetables in here, but I can't put carrots like that in. They'll go bad quick. Um, I don't know. I need to put some. I need to eat some. Get some veggies and eat some veggies. But I really like this, and I got it sitting on my table. You know, on the end down here. It's just me and my husband here. There's nobody. You know, I don't have to keep a spot ready for someone to eat. But anyway, I love the beach. Love places like that. Um, there's just nothing like it. You know, everywhere has a different smell, has a different feel. Like you just go, even just a lake. You know, a lake. There's nothing like it. Um, in the mountains, walking in the woods, um, has a different feel. They're different feels. And when you take a person away from that kind of thing, it kind of bothers them. Um, you should always stay where you were born, where you were raised. Stay there. You know, that's what you should do. Stay there. And it's extremely hard to go back, especially if you've waited a long time. It's hard to go back. Uh, People are different. You know, you really can't go anywhere unless you got a pocket full of money and a big, deep pockets too. But yeah, that's nice. The rocks and the sand. You know, and as people, you know, do we destroy ourselves and then we start over and we don't know we've started over? We don't know that there's somebody in the past that already figured all that out. It's been torn up. I think so. I think they do. Because we keep finding villages and towns and huge places where people lived. And, you know, now, now, no, I am not going to be in a village or a town where the hogs run around. No. hogs, cows, monkeys. I don't know what it. No, we're not. You're not running around. I always thought about, wouldn't it be really cool if we could move in a neighborhood? You put in this application, and I don't know, maybe this is the future. I don't know. Put in this application so they can figure out what kind of person you are and what you like and what you'll do, and then move you to that area, to that group of people. Then everybody's there and they all are there. And, well, here's a group of people. They like flowers and gardening. Well, they would all be in the same neighborhood and everybody could exchange flowers and talk dirt and all that kind of good stuff. Switch vegetables and all that. But I've never lived in a neighborhood where anybody cared about anything outside their door. Here, all you got is Bermuda grass, little cupcake bushes, and that's it. That's it. If their little tree dies, they will go plant get another tree. Maybe, you know. That would be so interesting because, and you got people that like to gather up vehicles in their yard, in their house. Fill that out in your application. Put that in your application so you can move to the neighborhood where uh, Billy Joe over there, he has cars in his yard, and y'all just get along. Oh, it's just a thought. Just a thought. No, I've never lived. I can't think of anywhere I've lived where people liked gardens, where they had flowers. None. I have people slip over here and pick my flowers. Grow your own flowers. Grow your own. You know. Oh, and I could use some of those slaves too. The ones that run around in the glowing cloth. You know. I could use some of them walking around all the time. And I don't know what they do in this films. They just walk and they grab their shoulders and they're doing fake stuff, or the women are walking and they're going, yeah, see, I could use, they're over there making cloth, they're weaving. They got this little bitty square that they're weaving and putting together. And then beside them, they got these huge mounds of cloth they put together. Now, how do they put all that together with that little bitty frame? It's kind of funny, but the artwork is super, super. Yeah, that's what I look for. I look at that artwork, and could be AI generated because it's gotten really good. Um, I don't have anything against the AI or a computer because the reason I say it is, uh, my husband had to have heart. He's had heart surgery, serious heart surgery twice, and it was done by computer. And you know, he shouldn't be here. But he wouldn't be here if it hadn't been for that computer. So he had it done at the Mayo Clinic, um, and they used a computer. They used well, at that time they called it a robot, but it was a computer. But please don't be against it because it saves lives. I don't care, everything in the world. And I learned this from the job that I had. Whatever is good, the bad and evil people will take it and make bad and evil. And that just can't be helped. It don't matter what it is. You know how, here's an example. You know how good a straw is? A straw is good to get your drink up in your mouth, or if you got some bad teeth, get it past the teeth into the, so you can drink some. Um, but then on the other hand, people can take a straw and kill you with it. They literally can kill you with a straw. I won't tell you how, but that's just an example. A good thing can be turned bad. So don't worry about that stuff. Don't worry about all that. It, I think AI is going to be wonderful. It's going to save a lot of beautiful children, little babies, people that want to live a little longer. Uh, I'm just for it, okay? Well, and I'm for water. I like water. And please, what is y'all's problem telling me to shut my water off? What is wrong with y'all? If I like water running, I got water recycling in the pond out there. Is that bad? I got water. I drip in the winter to keep my pipes from busting. I let water run as I wash dishes. And the water is being caught in a pan. Y'all are so hung up on this water. Crazy. Hey, get out of my kitchen. Stay out of the kitchen. You don't like to hear water running, stay out of the kitchen. Because I'm constantly cleaning in there. And you need water to clean. I'm not saying anything about y'all taking them long showers or washing your clothes when they're not dirty. Anyway, here I am starting to fuss again. I don't want to do that. I have enjoyed y'all. I really tell you, I have enjoyed y'all's nice comments. It's really sweet. It really is. Really is. I wish I could take all of y'all and sit you down here. Everybody, let's all have a big party, sit down. I don't know. We'd find something to snack on and drink coffee or tea or whatever y'all want to drink. It would be so fun. Yeah. Maybe someday. Someday when we get to the other side. Oh, yeah. My husband saw that and he's like, he doesn't have any artistic inclinations at all. He has zero. And he doesn't understand. He thinks that's a real place. But none of it's real. And, he's like, well, you know, they're just walking around and it's just really cool. When they first did it, they were all walking kind of, they're getting better at it. Oh. And I don't think that's the point. I think it's a game, and I think that's the point. That they play something with it, maybe a warrior or something like that. It's going to be something silly. But I look at that and I wonder, could I live back then? I'd probably be one of them slaves. Yeah, that's me. Have one of them wraps around me and all dark from the sun and the weather, and I'd be walking around. He says, my husband says, there's too many statues. So what does that matter? If you think about it, all those people had back then was their old legends and stories that they passed down. So they kind of thought well, this guy's a hero to us, he was saved us and whatever and blah, blah. Let's make a statue of him or her. And that's how it got to going. And he said, well, there's too many. I said, well, maybe it's a sign of uh, how rich you are by having statues. I'm really rich and I want statues all around holding up my building. That maybe that's like we think that some things are signs of wealth. Uh, New car, fingernails, the latest cell phone. What else? I don't know. High brand name clothes. It's got to have this brand name. Speaking of clothes, the last time I went over to the thrift store, I thought, Kathleen, what can you get to sell? And I got this stupid idea. So I went and bought a couple of t-shirts, and I thought, I can sell t-shirts. I said, I'll buy young t-shirts. Old people don't buy all t-shirts. Not that I'm aware of anyway. So anyway, I got the big idea, and then of course my daughter convinced me how stupid I was, and then my husband convinced me that I was stupid, that I wouldn't sell them. So I ended up, I got a good thing I got them all in extra small because I threw them in the pile and go to my daughter and let her give them to her girls if they want them, or hey, mop your floor with them or something. But anyway, that idea went out. My husband said, the only time you ever make any money, you make a lot of money whenever you have a carport sale. But I'm giving stuff away. I just have a lot of it. So I give up on that. I guess my time has gone by and I won't be starting a business selling any product. You know, I guess the thing was I had fun buying it to resell it, buy it and resell it. But my daughter's booth is loaded, so she don't need me to buy anymore. So that's out. She said, I got enough. I got this. I had to buy more shelves. Enough's enough. So I'll cool my heels on that. But I'll just buy for myself. Yeah, that's what I'll do. I like this shirt. This is that shirt, and it washed up nice. Um, Feels nice. I'll lower this down a little bit. There we go. Yeah, I like the pockets. It's real. It's silk. Is what it is. I photographed this shirt, and I thought, well, let me see. Maybe I can sell um, shirts. Not T-shirts, but shirts. And I looked this one up, and there was one actually. They had they have different prices when you look up stuff. Well, they had one for $10, so I thought, well, this same one. I thought, okay, well, let me see what it costs to mail a shirt like this. Well, it was $7.95. So, you know, that's 17. And then you're gonna add what else would you add? No, it's shipping, I guess. And you're paying right under $20 for the shirt, but you're getting a $10 bill is all you're getting. And then if you advertise it on a website, like that was on eBay, where this shirt was advertised, they're going to get part of that. You know, you're not going to get very much for the shirt. So I thought that's not much. So I don't know. Maybe people that sells things, companies and stuff, maybe they don't get very much for everything, but they make a lot of it. So I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. we're in our rainy time. We have two like monsoon weathers here in this area. You know, you tell that to somebody and they're like, huh? These people here don't pay attention. They just know, oh, it's rain. Oh, it's raining too much. Oh, it's sun. Oh, it's sunning too much. Oh, you know, oh, it's too cold. It's never been this cold. That's the way people are in West Tennessee. I ain't kidding you. That's the way they act. They don't ever think about, look at the full picture of what kind of weather do you have here? You know, how cold does it get here? You know, when does it get cold? The rain. When does the rain usually come in? Um, you know, you have rainy seasons. Everybody does if they have normal, cycle of temperatures. You have a rainy season. When the rain, you need to know when that is. So you don't go like, oh, it's raining. Oh, it hadn't rained. It just won't stop raining. It's your monsoon weather. No matter where you are, you have one, but it may not be as much as some have it. But anyway, we're in that little monsoon weather period. And then we'll have one come in spring. There'll be one. There's about two a year here. And but anyway, enough on that. I'm still rearranging my living room, moving stuff, and might put some of it in the garage, get it out of foot, and just clean it up a little bit. I do that all the time. It's no big deal. I flip furniture around, and I think I'm slowing down though. It's taken me days to move. I used to just go in a room, flip it all around, dust it, clean it. Oh, okay, I'll leave it like that for now, and that's nice and clean, and walk away from it. Now I'm like, oh, okay, it's already been a week, and I've moved this to here, and I've cleaned this. I look at their clothes. They got this. They didn't have any. They didn't sew anything. Uh, it's kind of strange. They just have cloths, and they wrap them around them, and they put clips and hooks and uh, I don't know if I like that or not, but I do like the way they do their hair. I think they do a great job. They run those ribbons through their hair to keep it in place. Speaking of that, it's crazy as my hair has ever acted. It just acts this way, and I don't. I think I'm gonna let it grow back down so I can control it a little bit better. I can't seem to control it at this point. Y'all talking a little bit much there. I'm gonna have to tone y'all down. Y'all must be in some kind of argument. But I haven't talked about anything, just jabbered about zero, like I always say. I don't really have anything to say, do I? But anyway, I just say that I am praying for you. You know who I'm talking about. I'm praying for you, hon. I have not stopped, and I don't know. Just be strong, whatever it is. You know, the other side I talk about. It's when we pass. I don't want to pass, and neither do you. Um, I try to consider the other side like opening a door and going through it. Um, we can't come back. You know. But I have hope that the other side, you're not going to want to come back. And while we have this time, it seems like a long time, but it's not really. Um, I'm not sure why we are given this time. Maybe it's just when our soul is born and time to grow, and then we move on to whatever's next for us. I don't believe we just live and die and there's nothing there. I think we move on to the next part. We step through the door and, you know, I don't know. I don't know what I'm talking about. I don't know anything. But I like to believe that. And like I said, I've been so many different religions. Now, I hadn't been all of them religions. I hadn't been Buddhist. I haven't been Jewish. I've known those people. I've known those people. Uh, and I think we do a lot of, as humans, we do a lot of judgment and killing over religion. And I'm not an atheist. I don't, I'm not that. I believe in Christ and I believe in God. So, but I wish we didn't judge each other by our religions. And I was stayed Catholic a long time. And I'd went out of the way to be Catholic. I'd go fishing and I'd give most of my fish to the priest up the road, at the church. Clean it and bring it to him. And I don't know, he might have thought that I had too many fish. But no, I was giving him a gift as I thought I was supposed to. Plus money on Sunday or whenever I went. And I did all the Catholic things. That's why I had 3 children. Time I got to the third one, I'm like, wait a minute here. I'm sitting there with that third baby, and I'm thinking, he's not here taking care of this child and all these kids. He's not here, you know. Uh, this is nuts. I said, this is my last one. This is my last baby. So I stopped at 3. As a matter of fact, I went so far as I had my tubes tied. Because my husband would not do anything about anything. And if I had the power, if I was a male and I had the power and I was the troublemaker, I'd get that stuff taken care of. I'd get, what do they call that? Neutered? But I got neutered instead because I didn't trust him. I didn't trust him. And in a way, I wished I hadn't done it. And in another way, gosh almighty, I'm glad I did. I mean, I probably would have had another baby that was beautiful and 5 or 6 more, My family is known for getting pregnant, having a lot of babies. And my great grandmother had 15. Now my grandma, her husband run off, so she only had 2. He run off after that, and she never, you know, did remarried or anything. So, my mother had 8, and everyone in that group. I got an aunt that when I went to visit her, a couple summers back, probably been about 5 years now. She had 15 kids, and the youngest kid didn't even know the oldest kid. That's too many kids. if the youngest don't even remember the oldest, because they're come and gone, they're dead, or they moved away, whatever. I don't know what they did, but and I talked with the family, and they didn't even know the oldest. They couldn't even hardly remember the names. They said, "Oh, Mama got what she couldn't remember, and she didn't know what to name us anymore. Name the next kids. 15 kids live, and they all live. My mother's all lived. Each grandma. I don't have any dead relatives as babies. None of them, live. They're all live births. I had one. I won. And here we go again. This is my daddy's. I said, "Is this?" I was asking about his family. And he said, "Yeah, I got a sister. She died at 2 years old. I never saw her. Uh, there's too many kids. She got into liquor, homemade moonshine, and drank herself to death. Yeah, I couldn't believe it when he told me. And I'm like, huh? She drank herself to death? She kept drinking it? He said, yeah, they found her where she had drank that moonshine. And they made moonshine and sold it. And I did a lot of research on the family. Of course, my daddy told me, and I had a brother-in-law that even that late ran liquor. You know what I mean? In his car, he'd load his car up and drive to the next wet county and sell it there, or the dry county, whichever way it was. But yeah, they made, and the story was their cabin was full of bullet holes all the time, just full of bullet holes where the police had came in and raided and shot the place up and all that. But yeah, I went into Mississippi there and did some research and went to the church and found records and all that. And boy, those people were so afraid of me. They watched me every minute. I don't know what they thought, but I could tell by looking at them, they were my relatives. They all looked just like me. And they didn't want to acknowledge that we were related. Um, they just wanted me to go away. Um, but anyway, I don't know where I'm going off on that. But anyway, uh, I had a lot of kids back then. Um, but anyway, that's in the past, isn't it? We don't have that many kids. People don't have that big a family. At least I don't think they do. Um, once in a while, I'll see a big family. But my youngest daughter, she's got 3 kids, and that's enough, you know. Um, she had two girls and a boy, and then my middle daughter had 2 boys, and my oldest daughter hasn't had any. She's still a child herself. So, but anyhow, I think your children can have children, and the family gets pretty big. That's enough, you know. Um, but anyway, this guy that I guess it's a guy. I don't know. It could be a woman in here that's walking. Um, I think they got their dogs too big. Their dogs are pretty big. They need to take down the size of those dogs, or maybe they had big dogs back then. I don't know, but the dogs are pretty big, and they don't look skinny or anything. And so I'd be worried about, if I fell down, one of them might try to eat me or something. But Yeah. And I saw it the other day. The guards laid down to sleep, and they had the armor and everything, and they laid down. Just they went to bed. And I thought, they've messed up there, I think. You know, even back then, they probably want to take that horrible old metal off their head and face to go to sleep. But I was looking at something, watching. I can't remember the name of the. It was about sleep. Oh, I know what it is. Sleeping in boxes. That we used to sleep in boxes, and that's where that built. I just thought it was a Swedish tradition or something, but we used to sleep in boxes built into the walls, and they would be like maybe even a double bed, built. And they did it because of the wild animals and things like that. And they'd close the doors and they'd lock them from the inside. And it stayed that way a long time, and then it just stopped. Um, but I didn't know that. I didn't know that at all. That's how that came about. But I don't know. That might be not a bad idea to be able to shut your door around your bed. And then after that, it said that they started draping cloth around a bed. And that's how the cloth started. So I don't know. But anyway, I guess I've talked long enough. This may come on around noontime. I don't know. But it's great talking to y'all. I've gibbered about nothing. And I hope y'all have a wonderful day. Bye bye.